Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 627 and Doubleshot number 531. Two DC trades. First up it is Infinite Crisis Companion. Yeah, this book is just the series of one-shots that came out during the Infinite Crisis event that came out 12 years ago. Yeah, can you believe it's been that long? Now, I didn't read this particular event when it was coming out because I had just gotten to Marvel and I was trying to focus on Marvel at that point. But I'm into a lot of stuff. Now, this particular trade collects a lot of one-shots. Here's the one-shots to collect. The Infinite Crisis specials for this particular series. Day of Vengeance, Ran Thunderguard War, The OMAC Project, of course, Infinite Crisis special, Bill and Villains United. All these one-shots are simply put follow-ups to actual miniseries that come out. Ran Thunderguard 1 mostly is just picks up right where the miniseries left off, and it is Alan Scott's reaction to hearing about the death of his daughter. Yep, that's really the whole point of it. It's a very good one-shot, and the one-shot itself is done by Dave Gibbons, and the artwork is done by Ivy Reyes, the same creative team from the miniseries. Day of Vengeance is done by Bill Willingham. Those of you not familiar with this guy, he's the guy who wrote the awesome Fable series, lasted for 150 issues, and yes, he wrote all 150 issues himself, with Justin Tino on the artwork. This is fantastic artwork. Yeah, this is just them stopping the Spectre. It's a new Shadow Pack formed by Dr. Fate to stop the Spectre. And this is comprised of Deadman, Blue Devil, Enchantress, the Marvel Family, Zatanna, Zarael, Jennifer Morgan, she's the character Warlord, Dr. Occult, I don't remember who this woman is on fire. I think it's Vixen, Buana Beast, who actually is supposed to be dead, and a bunch of other heroes on this. Okay, here's a list off of characters. They were about Phantom Stranger, Zatanna, Nightmask, Enchantress, Ragman, Nightshade, Blue Devil, Detective Shimp, Captain Marvel, Mary Marvel, Captain Marvel Jr., Akron, he's a sorcerer, and Paul Kipper created him back in the 80s. Zarel, Vixen, Black Orchid, one of them. It's not the one from the Vertigo series. It's one of the other It's one of the Black Orchids. Deadman, Dr. Occult, El Marina. I'm not familiar with this character. He kind of looks like the Scarecrow. Jennifer Morgan, Empress, Freedom Beast, not Buana Beast, Freedom Beast. Though this guy did get killed off in the first issue of Cry for Justice. Amethyst, Stela, Rex the Wonder Dog. Yeah, the character that pretty much killed Alan Scott, that pretty much killed his comic book. Tracy 13, who is daughter of DC's biggest skeptic, Dr. Terrence 13. I'll talk about him in a future episode. Badilla, Witchfire, Fred, Perda, and Salem in the Ghost Patrol, and Jasmine. Yeah, really great lineup. Now, this essentially put new Shadow Pack, and of course, Shadow Pack was there formed after the Day of Vengeance. It only lasted for a couple of years. It was essentially put, if you read the series, it's kind of the pre-Flashpoint version of Justice League Dark. Yeah. Excuse me. They fight pretty much the Spectre. Like, mostly it's just Dr. Fate brought these characters together, and it have Dr. Fate take on the Spectre, which he wins, and he gets a new host. Yep, Dave Gibbons does the writing. Now, the artwork is done by Ivy Reyes, who did the original miniseries, and Joe Perito, who also does the artwork as well. Yeah, just picking up right where the miniseries Ran Thunderguard War left off, and this is just basically just continuation of it. Then with a big hole in space. No, it's not the plot hole from Beverly Fleet. That's something else. Yeah, when people think of, I guess the online fan community, because the channel Awesome doing with Beverly Fleet, when we think of a hole in space, the first thing people think of is the giant plot hole near Jupiter. I'm not kidding. The Doug Walker wrote that in a script for the film. Yeah, and I've seen what it looks like. It's one of the most bizarre special effects I've ever seen. Yeah, of course, that ties into what was going on. Of course, at the end of this little one-shot, Kyle Rayner becomes Ion, who later gets his own spin-off series as his character. Yeah, 12-issue Maxi series. Then we have the OMAC Project, done by Greg Rucka and Jesus Stouts, who actually did do the original miniseries And it's great though that this is here in the original trade for Omega Project. This particular one shot was never collected, though. I think don't think in a later trade they did do this, but yeah, this is just picking up right where the last one left off. And pretty much the whole big thing about this one is just a character piece for Sasha Bellatrix, who later on in the Checkmate ongoing series gets in a relationship with Mr. Terrific. And in this particular one shot, she stops being an OMAC. Yeah, she actually gets cured of that. And of course, Wally briefly takes control of Checkmate. But yeah, after Infinite Crisis, Checkmate is under control of the UN. Villains United pretty much picks up where the miniseries left off with Gail Simone and Dale Englesham on the artwork. Yeah, and this pretty much leads into the ongoing series, leads to the first miniseries for Secret Six. Yep. Though in the new printing of Secret Six, the first fund, it does collect that one shot. And then simply put, the rest of this just what everybody else was up to during Infinite Crisis. These one shots are all really good. I give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Just really good. Next up, it is The Legion of Superheroes. 1,050 years in the future. Yep. Yeah, these are just various different Legion stories over the course of the year. It's kind of like an anthology. It's kind of like a anniversary book of the actual franchise. This contains Adventure Comics, numbers 240. This is stories from the Adventure Comics. 247, 304, 312, 354, and 355. Limited Collector Edition C49. All New Collector Edition C55. Superboy 212. Legion Superheroes 300. History of DC Universe Portfolio. Legion Superheroes Volume, I think this is 4, number 0. Legends of DC Universe 8-page 9. This is just a story from it. The Legion and Legion number 3. Yeah. And these are the various different writers of these stories. Jerry Siegel, Jim Shooter, the guy who is best known for being editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics. He actually come back to the series in the 2000s because, well, he did start his career with this particular series, so why not? With Paul Levitz and Mark Waid. Yep. Mark Waid did briefly do the Legion Superheroes comic in the 90s. Here's some of the other people who worked on the books. Let's see if I can find them here. Yeah, we also have Dan Abbott and Andy Lenning. And some of the artwork is done by Oliver Capelli, Stuart Imden, Phil Jimenez, and I think he does some here, along with Kurt Swan, Mike Grohl, Keith Giffen, Stuart Imden. Yeah, there's a lot of people who did these books. A lot of really good issues in here. And Different Commanders, basically, it's just a companion book for various Legion Superhero stories. The first one in here is the first appearance of Legion Superheroes. Yeah. And like I said, the whole point of this is to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Legion Superheroes. Yeah, it's just a side book. It's not really necessary. People are collecting stuff for Legion Superheroes. I collected. I purchased this because I like Legion Superheroes. That's the reason why I got it. Overall, great book. I'm gonna give this book a 10 out of 10. Alright, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which features somebody associated with Legion Superheroes and a trade. That's a second volume of another trade I have reviewed in their episode, older one, mind you. I think I reviewed this like last year or two, but I got volume 2, and I did get this in MegaCon. You'll find what it is in the next episode, okay? Until we see you all there, bye.